Right, Blue Noses, we are here. Post-match from Ewood Park. Blackburn Rovers 1, Birmingham City 2. Fucking get in. What a game. Initial reaction, probably weren't at our best today. We found it difficult to break through their lines. They pressed us well in the middle, made it difficult for us, made it physical. As their manager, we would expect them to. But fucking hell, we kept on it, we kept on them. Got the penalty, and then from there on, it could have gone either way. I don't know about you guys watching, but I think they could have scored, again, and Allsop pulls up a great save. And we go on to win it, and anybody in that away end, there's no other way to do it, man, and there's no better way to do it. That was fucking unbelievable. We were down at the front, me and my old man, and yeah, it was one of them days today when we finally broke the 12-year streak of not winning at Ewood Park, so unreal, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if you could bottle the feeling that you get at the end of a game like that with that kind of outcome, it'd probably be the world's best-selling drug, to be honest with you, because there's nothing like it. It's that level of kind of excitement and adrenaline and all the kind of anxieties of the previous 97 minutes have kind of gone out the window. I mean, the fact that we equalised was a big boon to us. I saw Ethan Laird foul straight in front of me. So there was no doubt it was a penalty, expertly dispatched by Stano. But to think that you would go on and win a game like that, where we struggled to make an impression, frankly, during the normal time. Yeah. So to get 3 points in a situation where you were looking like you were only going to get 0, was just brilliant, and it made it made the whole day. Yeah. It really did make the whole day. So Dan.
It's gone a bit sweet for me, isn't it, really, because of the only one of the three of us who wasn't there today due to prior commitments. But honestly, what a game, like you say. What a way to do it. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it like that away from home, aren't you? Particularly when we haven't won there for a number of years, as you mentioned. Expertly dispatched penalty by Stano, good old Jay Pensfield, as you like to say.
Jay Pensfield, once again,
classmate. And then, of course, I was watching it a live text to BBC Sport. At my in-laws' house, and put it into context, my in-laws are West Bromwich Albion fans. Of course, they had a victory today away at Stoke Ground at Wrexham, so well done to them. And of course, I was watching it coming in live text, as I say, on BBC Sport, and it was just kind of, we got a penalty, great, we're back in it now, I'll push for the winner. Yeah. Just sort of happy that maybe, at least we haven't lost, sort of thing. And then it comes in Lyndon Dykes, and it was just fucking get in, come on. It was absolutely unreal, and then obviously just seeing the goal after just makes it all the better. But what a way to do it, honestly.
Tell you what, as well, on the back of you saying about Stano's penalty, from where I was standing, I don't know about you, Dad, because you were slightly further up, weren't you, from where I was. But from where I was standing, it looked like he might have it saved, but he side netted it. And if you side netting a penalty, 9 times out of 10 times out of 10, the keeper's not going to save it. You're going to side net it, are they? So it was a great penalty. And second goal, it was a break, wasn't it? It was a breakaway. And as I say, they looked like they were going to go on and maybe win it. And Laird gets fouled. Ref plays the correct advantage. Iwata just hoofs it straight up to Dimmy. Fucking credit to Dimmy, by the way. Unbelievable, man. In the week at Sheffield United at home, that track back to win the ball, and he's worked right here to get down the line, beat his man, get it in the box. Fucking Lyndon Dykes right there on the 6, just on the penalty spot rather, and just diverts it in. It was just, and from there it was just like, I don't know what happened after that. I was just like, I ran down the stairs, anybody who was there knows, I ran across the front. I was just with I didn't even know these lads, and we were just fucking going mental. It was great, man. That's what it's all about.
I have been both trying to pick you up both on the replays, to be fair, because I know you saw yourself on X on one of the stills, didn't you, from Stansfield's goal, was it?
Yeah,
so I've been trying to pick you both out, to be fair, in amongst the sea of Blues fans. But like you said, there's no better way to do it. There's no better feeling. And I think credit where credit's due, obviously, you say to Damari Gray, obviously, great work rate shown in the week. It's part of what attracts Chris Davis to players when he's choosing them for his team, when he's targeting players to bring into the side. But credit to Iwata for picking out that ball to Gray. And there were some players in space prior to that, but looking at Lyndon Dykes, Willem was coming to the box. He had a bit of space prior to that, but credit. Damari Gray's got his head down, he's beat his man, he's got it in, right in the danger box, in the 6-yard. Lyndon Dykes turns it in nicely. And credit where's due for Lyndon Dykes, as he's not quite been there sometimes for us, but he turned it on today, and credit to the man. Great finish.
Yeah. I think it was one of those games on it today when we were watching what we did, and we were saying, it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Anderson just couldn't find his range today. A lot of players couldn't find their range with their passing, and we just didn't look like it was going to be our day, and didn't look like we were going to score.
You texted me, didn't you, at half time saying, or I think it was after their goal, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the 50th minute after Blackburn went up 1-0. Just saying, we're not with it today, we're slow today, we're second to every ball.
Didn't look like it at all.
It did look like it at the time, didn't it? It did to me as well, even just looking at live text on BBC Sport.
It was a very effective game plan. You know, Valerian Ishmael, you know, we know the way he's going to play.
No credit to Blackburn.
You know, it looked very much, you know, kind of 4-5-1 at times, you know, the way they were closing the space down, the way they were kind of just squeezing us on the wings and stuff. You know, Bars and Cochrane and Keshi, they weren't really making much of an impact out there. When Ethan Laird came on, I think he got better. When him and Stano were linking up on the left more so in the second half, things started to open up. Stano started to get a bit testy with some of their players, which is typical him, you know, the shit we started.
You need it.
And I think that kind of transmits itself to the crowd, and I think we started getting elevated by that again then.
Oh, massively, didn't we?
So you know, when you think about Stano being a goal scorer or a master presser, as it were, you know, he's more than that as well. He's a talisman.
He is.
This bloke's a talisman.
He is, absolutely.
And he was an integral part of raising the rest of us today to get us over the line, you know, so massive credit to the kid again.
Yeah, one of those games again where nobody really stood out for a large part of that game, you know, but then Stansfield and Laird come on, which I think are the two most influential of that. You know, Boz didn't have the best performance today. I'm sure he'll come back in, you know, next Saturday against Oxford at home or whatever it is, and he'll do fine. But that was a game today where you needed somebody who was going to get forward and take players on. Laird did that, won us the penalty. Fucking great run as well to get across the byline and then cut in, and he was obviously
it was a really
tripped.
good run. Did really well.
He changed it, and I think you're right, Dad. Like Stano coming on injects that bit of character that you need in a game like that, where you got to drag it by its fucking hair and say we're going to take points here today, and that's exactly what we did. And those two stood out for me in particular. So
agreed. Yeah. I think if you're talking about, you know, man of the match performances, you know, I think Ethan did win it with the Blues vote after the game.
Yeah.
And rightly so. You know, he played a half, but it's the effect that he had on that half as well. Really, you know.
He's had a good week there, hasn't he? Because he had a good performance in the midweek against in the Carabao Cup.
He got man of the match, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He got it there as well, and as I say, deservedly so there, and probably same again today as well. To be fair, I mean, I'm sure all Blues fans, including ourselves, will have our opinion on who contributed more to the game, as it were, from a Blues perspective. But Laird's definitely up there for a shout, I would think, if he hadn't already potentially been awarded it in some circles.
Yeah, big time.
And probably big credit as well, I think, to give Chris Davis to making positive substitutions. You know, sacrificing the centre half. You know, taking Neumann off.
Something that's going to make a positive change in the game when you need it.
Just not just about getting the equaliser, but continuing in that vein to get the winner.
Yeah.
Because I know Cashin came on, etc., to kind of batten it down a little bit at the back, but he could have just gone completely defensive and just said a point's okay for us.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He kept attacking options on there. People like Dimmy, you know, would have been knackered at that point as well, having played all that game. And credit to the kid again for, you know, bringing all that energy together and going as far and as well as he did, you know.
Yeah, and maybe that's the difference this season. We were saying after the game, I think in years gone by, we wouldn't have seen that through it all, not even for any points at all. But today, something just different happened. And is it that kind of season where, like, we just have that little bit more in the tank, and that is there? Like, not saying, like, it's comparable to what Ipswich did a few seasons ago, but maybe there is a bit of that, and you need that in games where you're going to do well in a season, you're going to compete with the teams near the top end of the table, and we showed that today, I think. And like I say, while nobody really stood out, we found a way today. We just found a fucking way to win the game, and we didn't sit back when we scored one, and like I say, it could have gone either way, but it was a massive 3 points, and 4 out of 6 in the first two. That's a great position.
Fantastic start for a newly promoted team in any division. And given the circumstances today, even more so. So fantastic Blues, and just wow. That was my reaction.
Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think just a couple of points, particularly what you were saying there, Dad, and to a degree what you were saying there, Joe, in terms of the way we controlled the game. Even though Blackburn had clearly done their homework, they pressed us, they made life difficult for us. So credit where credit's due to Blackburn. But in every attacking sense, in terms of passing, completed passes, passing accuracy, received in the attacking half as well, there was only one area in which Blackburn did better than us, and that was long passes. Everywhere else, we bettered them. And that is indicative of a way Chris Davis's team has set up and the way we've come to expect the team to play under Chris Davis. So we executed our game plan brilliantly. Probably the only criticism I'd have maybe of the day for us is maybe we need to be more clinical. We maybe need to create more chances with the amount of possession that we have, because I think we had over 60% possession today, whereas Blackburn had less than 40. And the other thing worth mentioning as well, and a quick shout out to our fellow at Blue Nose podcaster here, Boy in the Blue 92. Good to see you today there, big man, in the mix of it. highlighting a particular mention from a podcaster over at Blackburn, the Blackburn End podcast, and his comments in relation to our strength of our squad and our transfers. And in the words of Arnold Rimmer, "Oh dear, didn't that backfire?"
Yeah, always comical when that happens, isn't it? Yeah, you can never go online or anywhere else and make it obvious of, oh, you know, this ain't gonna happen, or oh, they're done, or there's no squad depth. It will come back to fucking bite you, and it's happened to us before. So never go online and say shit like that before a game's done, because it will come back to you. So
Absolutely. So you know what, mate? 2-1. There's the door. Off you fuck.
Yeah.
So thanks very much. Cheers for that.
That's pretty much well said. Yeah, that might come back to bite us when we're at home, but I think we'll be alright.
We'll be all right. I didn't say anything about their squad, so.
No, true. That is right.
And look, I say credit to due Blackburn today.
Yeah.
They did their own work. They pressed us. They made life difficult for us, but we stayed true to our game and played through the way that we know how to press, with a high press, high intensity, possession-based football, and it worked for us, and it paid off.
I think,
and that extra mile we went today really paid the difference.
I think that's what it was, watching and being there. I think it was the digging deep to get the result today. And as far as game plans, they played it better than us. I will say, as far as the performance goes, particularly that first 70 minutes odd, we weren't at it. We weren't on second balls. We weren't quick enough. They were just on us all the time. You take one touch, you can't turn that on you. 2-3 round you in the six everywhere. Wide areas, you got to go back. They were just on us, so fair play to them. But at the end of the day, they didn't get the job done because they couldn't hang on. And squad depth probably helped us. You know, if you've got fucking Stansfield and Laird coming on, and then you got Willem, and then you can bring on Dykes as well. That's a lot of experience there, and there's a lot of energy there. And if you can't match that, and this league, everyone knows who's in the Championship, it's fine margins, man. It really is fine margins. Like we've seen some games today, and that's what it comes down to. And we had enough today.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into this because this is kind of post-match reaction, kind of short form stuff. But you know, Larry and Ishmael has said, I've seen him quoted after the match saying, "Football's in the details."
Yeah.
Yep.
It
Massive.
is. You know, it's in those kind of those small moments. You know, little incidents, little 1-2 second things going on in a game that results in kind of the direction of it changing. You know,
Agreed.
Trajectory of the game change because of those moments.
The game is measured on fine margins, isn't it? At the end of the day, and that's true to his word there.
But you know, get too kind of delve down into that because this is meant to be more of a kind of an instant hit kind of thing, you know. So
and what a fucking instant hit it's been, you know. 4 from 6. So next time we come to you guys, it will probably be we're going to record tomorrow for the next podcast episode, which should be out sometime early next week, Monday, Tuesday, I think.
Yep. Hopefully by Monday morning.
That's it, and then we look forward to Oxford at home, back at St Andrews at Knighthead Park next Saturday, 3 p.m. Full house, I think it is.
Yep, I think capacity, they sold out the other week, so and all 3 of us will be there as well. We'll all be ready to roll.
Should be a banger, so, yep. 2-1 Blues, another 3 points, and also another 3 points, now 4 out of 6, and hopefully that continues and we roll it on to next Saturday. So we'll catch you in the next episode. Should be out early next week, but until then, keep right on, Blues fans, and take it easy.
Keep right on.
See you in a bit.